Hello, everybody. I am your host, Romedy. Welcome back to our little Let's Play here, working on our apartment complex. It occurred to me that it might be a good idea to talk a little bit about the vision that I've got for this place, since we hadn't done, a lot of talking about that last time at all. Like I said, this I thought was going to be about a 10-story complex. It is going to be pretty wide, at least 30 blocks across, and probably going to be 40 across by at least 80 high again. I don't know about how deep, probably 40 by 80, so it is going to be a large structure. Um, Down here, if you remember, part of my issue with this little stairwell is that I wanted that to be pretty horse friendly. And horses kind of present their own challenges with everything, and that's okay. We'll work around that. The biggest thing that I wanted to do down here, and the reason that we were starting on this project first, is usually when you see large apartment structures, or even just large buildings in general, they tend to kind of start underground. They've got some substructure going on. And this one I don't think will be any different. This is going to also have some substructure. And this floor right here that we're kind of in the process of hollowing out, and that I will certainly not do on camera. How boring is that, watching Romedy cut stone? Um, this is going to be a series of horse stalls. And I mean, really, it could be animal stalls if somebody wanted to take their turducken or chicken or duck or whatever you want to call them. Stick it on a lead and walk it all the way over here, then they could certainly stick one of those in a stall, I guess. But the idea is, most people probably are going to have to get here on foot at least the first time to come and get the waypoint. So I thought we would open a series of stalls down here. And these stalls would be kind of unique because they would be programmable. So, when somebody walks up here for the first time, they will stick their animal in the enclosure and then plug in their pin and close the door. And the door then is not going to reopen until that unique pin is then re-entered by the player. So, I mean, it's kind of a variation on the combination lock, but obviously the pins are not going to be predetermined. That would not be very secure for your horses if they were. So that's kind of the big challenge for down here. And also, I think the next tutorial that I will do will be on that programmable lock, since it is kind of a neat little structure. I am rather proud of it. So anyway, enough talking, enough stoning for right now. So yeah, I think we're going to have to build another one of these over here. Again, I won't do that because those chunks over there lag for whatever reason. I blame it on horses. If we come back up top, you see that we are probably going to do a little of this detail work here up on the top. And then our little garden areas here are more or less done. We are going to put some little toppers on them, just like this. And, obviously we're going to have to go and get some flowers, maybe a couple trees. Make these areas just kind of nice and nice. So yeah, this is about done. We'll probably mirror image it over here on the other side. And so this, what I'm thinking, when we actually get into here, this is going to be the first floor of the actual apartment complex. And I had thought that first floor kind of was going to be like a little shopping area. That was kind of my vision for that anyway, was just have this nice little shopping area here at the front. And, obviously players could come and build whatever they wanted to put into our shopping area, and that would work just fine. A little bit of lag right there. That's okay. Now, for the actual apartment building, I was struggling a little bit with how I actually wanted it to look, and maybe a little bit of input here would be a good thing. But I had kind of thought that I wanted to use coal blocks for the actual kind of structural beams that are going to run all the way to the top. And then I did want it to look reasonably modern. So I thought we would probably have some glass. But of course, that is all subject to change. Nothing is set in stone. pun intended, for right now anyway. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. Today we're probably just going to continue to do a little bit of detail work here, kind of up on the top of this thing. So maybe not a super exciting episode, but there are a couple things that we can talk about along the way. I'm very interested to hear everybody's opinions on the upcoming 1.7 update. It seems pretty confirmed that it will be an update to biomes. I'm not sure if I should be excited about that yet or if I should be fearful of that. I just don't know. I don't feel like there's enough detail out there yet to really have much of an idea, and probably that's okay. I think it was Jeb that had tweeted out that he was playing with the biomes a little bit. And I would be very interested to have a little update to the water biomes. I'd like to have some more creatures. Somebody had posted about wanting a rideable turtle, and I don't know exactly how that would go down. I think horses have, as neat as the idea for horses are, unfortunately I think it's caused enough trouble for a lot of servers that people are kind of disenchanted with that whole idea of any additional rideable entities, especially if you've been on a survival multiplayer server. They horses have not worked out, I think, quite as well as people were really hoping. So it is what it is. We'll see what they do. That's all we can do from there, I guess. That was an error. No, I guess it wasn't. That was right. So anyway, how is everybody? How are you doing? It has been rainy and ugly, and just generally not a lot of fun here in the very middle of the country. It's been very cold for us here. That's unseasonable, and I won't lie about it. I am a complete wuss when it comes to cold weather. I can deal with 100 degrees. I can deal with lots of things. What I don't do very well is 20s and 30s and snow and ice, and all of that is just not very fun. I'm not very good at it at all. So, anywho, so this is going to get kind of boring real quick. So I'm going to come back after I've done the rest of this patterning, and I think maybe we will do something a little more entertaining downstairs. We'll probably start to lay out some of the gardens down there. So stay tuned. Well, I didn't get it totally done, but it's getting there. I got bored doing this, so I'm pretty glad I didn't bring you along for that ride. What a fun pattern. Okay, well, I wanted to go down here, and I felt like, as you can tell, I did a little work. Right then, so I wanted to work on the beacon here a little bit, because this is kind of a fancy thing. It deserves to have a little bit of work done to it, I think. So that's what we're going to do next here. And all we're going to do is just a little bit of patterning here, I think, right around the outside. And we're going to do that as I fall all the way into this. I do that a lot on these videos, I feel like. I just fall into some place where I don't belong at all. There, better. Melons. Thought that we would keep this theme of slabs, because it seems like so far they've done pretty good here, I think, and I do like the look of them. I think they look very clean, professional, even if they are perhaps maybe a little boring. But for our center fountain here, I thought this would be really good. Let's see. I do kind of like that. We'll have to put some along the bottom there too, I guess, won't we? Right then, so we need to clear out this. So let's clear out, gravel. Yummy gravel. I am going to need more slabs. Hello, workbench. Hello. How are you today? Doing good? I'm glad to hear it. You like the stones here? You like this little wall? It's good for you, yeah? Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you, workbench. Okay, then. So let's come down here. This is conveniently not underwater, so we can just lay all of these like this, and now I guess we'll go diving again. And there's another spot over here, isn't there? Oh, mining underwater. Okay then. Like this, like this, like this. And now, I guess, what I really ought to get, maybe, is a little glowstone for down there. Don't you think? A little glowstone at the bottom? Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? This can actually be another level of dirt, it looks like. Bring that dirt all the way out here. Put it on top of our iron. Probably going to come in one day and have somebody have stolen all of my iron off of here now. That's okay, I guess. I suppose. So it does need to go out a little bit further than that, it looks like, doesn't it? You should come to here. Looks like to right there. Oh, heck, I filled in the wrong. No, we didn't either, I guess. Is this right? No, this is nowhere near right. This wall is entirely wrong. Error 2, 3. Excellent. No, I can't get out. That's just brilliant. Do this and this. Break you. I guess this here needs to break too, doesn't it? So we'll come back. There. Excellent. Come up again. Yay. Well, I think when this is done, this should... Holy cow, I'm using a lot of slabs. I feel like this is going to be a nice little, at least centerpiece down here. I don't necessarily know if I like it as a square, but I think turning it into a circle might just be lots of effort, too much effort. So we will stay with our slabs for right now. I just had a bunch of slabs, I suppose. I didn't really need to do that. Kind of wonder why the water is not going to flow over here. Maybe when we fix the bottom of this, it'll go ahead and fix itself as well. Let's find out. Just like this. Just like this. I'm actually very excited to get to the redstone portions of what we're doing here. Because I love to build redstone, obviously, in the first place. But it's always more of a challenge when you try to bring it from your creative world over into the survival world. And I guess I don't know exactly why that is. I mean, I do feel like it is harder to build a lot of those things, I guess. But you know, on top of that, I guess I take a lot more pleasure in actually having to go out, find all the resources and all that kind of jazz. This one right here is being difficult, isn't it? I don't know why that one's not gonna load for us, but whatever. We'll continue this way then. There we go. Oh, starting to take shape. Starting to take shape. Well, I don't know if we really want to use grass, but we certainly want to have some sort of little garden area. I'm kind of wondering if we don't need to rip out all these slabs and replace them with grass and then have our paths be something different. I don't really know what to make them out of. Maybe we should use some hardened clay. I haven't used any clay yet. I really haven't played around with hardened clay, to be honest with you. And maybe that would be a fun way to denote the different pathways, would be to use different clay colors. That's not a bad idea. Obviously this is not totally done right here yet, but I don't really want to get into playing with a lot of that until we know what we're going to do. Now I do know that I've got quite a bit of clay right here below me, and that's something that I don't actually have very much of, is clay. So I think I'm going to go gather all this up, and then maybe we'll take a little adventure either to my house or to the bank and get a little bit of clay. I think that's what we'll do. Alright then, so I just got a bunch of clay off the seafloor. And I think what I want to try is I think I want to try some red clays for some walkways. So we're going to go over here into my farm, and it is going to lag over here, unfortunately. But I have got a very good supply of roses right in here. And I thought we would take a few of them and go craft us then some hardened clay. And obviously we're going to have to make some of it and burn some of it to get from clay to hardened clay. This has bothered me forever, and I can finally fix it. Haha. So we'll go here. This is my original house. This is the very first house I built when we joined the server. So let's get us some clay then. And actually, there's probably a better way to do clay blocks than that. We can just do this here. And now we've got a little left, a whole stack in 17. I guess we'll cut that in half. We'll cut this in half. And 17 can go here. Now I thought I might have a little remaining. Not there. Do I have some clay blocks anywhere upstairs? Doesn't look like it. No, I don't. I do have a little bit of red dye there, so we will get that. Let's see. I still have a little more clay to make. So we need to get that combined with this. There we go. Easy enough. And let's get you to burn. Where did you? There you are. So I think then, while that is cooking, let's go take a look inside here. I do need a little more melon. We can harvest some melon right there. So we'll get us little melons. And why don't we actually go upstairs? I haven't been up here for a little while. This was something I built very early on the server. And I had not been up here in a while just because there was no reason to come back over here, because these were outdated. These were no longer necessary farms that I had. So we didn't really need to do anything up here anymore. So I hadn't been up for a while. But it's good to know that they still grow, still sit here and wait on us. And I think what we might do then is repurpose a little bit of this glowstone and take it for the bottom of our little fountain over here. I don't know how much glowstone we're going to really need, but I guess each one of these gave me 4. So that ought to be 16 pieces of glowstone then. Only 14. Did I miss a couple? Are there a couple pieces floating around down in here somewhere? Well, I found one. Where's the other one? I really thought I picked up more than that. Oh, I did miss one right here. That's why. There. There, 16 pieces of glowstone. So let's go back over here now that we've resupplied a little bit. And let's see if our clay is done, because we do need to get... clay doesn't look like it's done yet. But that should give me at least about a stack of it to make. You're behind. And if I remember the recipe right, it was 8 dye. So we're going to need 4 roses. And one more from you. If I remember the recipe right, I think it's 8 hardened clay around the outside. And then that dye in the middle. Kind of similar to how you build a chest. Or a, I guess a dispenser is a better adjective or analogy. There we go. So there's 8 of those, and so there's some red stained clay. Wonder what that looks like. Curious. Let's see. It's not too bad. Let me think for a walkway. Maybe what we really should do, should we pattern the walkway? It's only probably going to be too wide. It's going to be a little difficult to pattern, isn't it? If you want to alternate something like red and blue, I'm really not quite sure I want to do that. Well, we're getting close here. You are done. You only had one more clay block. We can go up here and drop off our little piece of flint. And there. Soul sand, leggings. Now I've got some trees, some snow stored up in here. Some dandelions. I don't have any bone meal though, do I? I have some bones. Guess we could make some bone meal. We'll take those flowers with us too. We'll put them to good use. We will use them for a little decoration. Well, I'm a little impatient here, so I tell you what, we'll cut out while I make the rest of the red blocks, and we'll come back. Just as I got over here, the rain stopped. How nice is that? Well, let's come down here then, and tear some of this up, and we will take a look at how the red clay looks. And I don't really have an idea how it's going to turn out, but we will. No, that's not too bad, is it? I think I kind of like that. Maybe would even be more useful is to have, while we're patterning these things right here, would be to have the coal blocks in red then. I guess that pattern would then continue right there. So if I wanted to have these in red and not fall through, then I suppose we would want it to look just a little bit like this. There's that there, and now here's this here. I'm worried about that little bit of red, but nothing can be done, and I guess we need to do the ceiling on this anyway. Thought something fell down. I guess it didn't. So let's go look. Let's take a look then. I guess that maybe looks a little strange. Well, these would be red right here as well. Then we would continue the pattern right here. So I guess maybe each side, well, that side would be red and that side would need something entirely separate, I suppose. We'll do this here real fast and just finish this out. So you will stay not clay. You're going to be slabs. And now this one, and this one will be slabs. Just like that. And now you here are going to be slabs. And now all of this right in here then. And you, and you, and you. All of this will then be in red clay. Not totally sold on this idea just yet. Not just yet. But it is an interesting start. And the way that the pattern works out, it's going to just happily close itself right here, I guess. And there we go. We will leave that, I suppose, for right now then. We will see. We shall see. We'll fix these real quick since I have exactly 4 bricks left. There we go. And you. So then, what I kind of wanted to do with these bones was turn them into a little bit of bone meal and use it to sprout a little grass, some flowers. Let's go here and here. We're going to have to blow some of this up. A little more. A little more, maybe. And I think over here again. There. Not too bad. Let's use one here and one there. Well, we'll have to live with grass there, I suppose. But I did bring some flowers with me. Plant, 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 and maybe a rose right there. Good. Gardens. We'll go down our little red road, and I guess that would make this right here in red then. Let's see how far this glowstone is going to take us. Like if we make the corners, got 16 glowstone. So if we make the corners in glowstone, that looks promising to start with. Let's try here. We don't have our slabs done here just yet, and that's okay. We will do these like that, I suppose. And now we'll break the dirt. Break the dirt. We can get out of the water anyway. Maybe. Here we go. Yeah. I'm kind of liking this so far. So this is going to be my corner. I don't need to go down quite that far, but we are going to need some dirt down here anyway. That should be appropriate level, looks like. Good. We will do that right there. Of course, this over here, we'll have to fix that. And I think if we add a little like this, and we should be done. Good. One level higher. Like that. Good. Now we can tear this up and go about our slab placing. Good. There's that, there's that, there's that. Need some more slabs. Up and up. One last little corner it looks like, so let's build you. Take all this up here. Up. One more. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we've just got these little corners left to do then it looks like. So a couple slabs here. Tear this up. Glowstone. And slabs. And now we need some glowstone here. And a bucket maybe, because we do need to fix our water problem up here. I missed a slab, but other than that, I'm reasonably happy with this. This is a good start here, I think. And I believe this might also be a good place to call it for right now. I think the episode getting plenty long. So I'll continue to work a little bit, likely going to build this other tower right here. Think about how we're going to ring this down here. That was basically a stack of clay that we used up there. So this may take lots of clay, a lot more clay than I actually have. So that'll have to be thought about as well. So anyway, as always, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll see you here in the future.